Alrighty, howdy y'alls. So, this one's going to be a little bit different because we've got the person that I'm teaching here is actually in the same room as me, and we're going to be using the same microphone. So, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, we're actually going to mute my desktop audio for a little bit. That way you're not getting any volume that isn't from us. We're going to be walking through a couple concepts for Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to start raiding with a group next Wednesday. Not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after next Wednesday. So we're going to talk through some things and get ready for that. So there's a couple terminology things that we need to talk about. We've talked about a couple of these already. They're things like prog, syncing and item levels. Then there's some things that we haven't talked about. Openers, 2 minutes, GCD versus OGCD. Weaving and positionals, which you're pretty comfortable with already. And then light party. And we'll leave it at that for right now. So, bunch of terms. They're actually super simple once we get to talk about them a little bit, but for right now, that's how they're going to be. So, we're going to start with, oh god, am I pressing the wrong button again? Let's see. Okay. We have prog. We've talked about this already a little bit off camera. Prog is just a short form way of saying progress or progressing. It is what'll usually happen is the expectation is every time that you pull the boss, you're going to make some more progress into the fight. You're going to see either a new mechanic or you're going to get them to a lower health threshold. So all of us should have a percentage-based health sight on the boss, and every time we get them to lower percentage health, that is a little bit of prog that we've gained. And then also, there are different phases of bosses and stuff like that. So every time we see either a new mechanic or a new phase of the boss fight, that is considered prog. Then, whenever you're done with prog, you are clearing, because that's when you've seen all the mechanics, you've gotten the boss to as low percentage as possible. You just need to focus on actually killing the boss and beating the boss fight. So a lot of the time, if you're doing things outside of a static, you will have a prog party, which these are parties that are fully focused on just getting the members of the party to see more mechanics than they've seen before. And then you have clearing parties, which are parties usually of members who have fully cleared already. They've beaten the boss before, and they're just doing it again to get loot or something like that. Or people who have already progged decently well and they've already gotten through all the mechanics, and so they're looking for people who have cleared to help them finally clear the boss for the first time. Are there any questions about this one?
Nope, that's pretty clear.
Yeah. Syncing, we've talked about this one before. This one is going to be pretty important for us in the early bit because since we're starting at Shadowbringers and Heaven's Ward, Extremes, and Savages, we're going to be doing a lot of syncing. Syncing is just the process of taking your item level, which we'll talk about in a second, and your actual level, and setting them down to some maximum. So for Thornton, we will all be level 60, and we'll have, I actually don't know what the item level is that we're looking at, but we'll look at some of that later. We'll all have a specific item level as well. So we'll say like 10. It's not 10 because 10 is really low, but somewhere around there. This, we've already decided that we are syncing 260 for Thornton. And so we're not going to really do, we're just going to let the base game sync us. We might do a couple item level stuff, but this is pretty much how we're going to do it. Are there any questions about syncing?
Nope. I know that we have a
this
file that has all of the different raid series in it, and we're starting with Thornton, which I don't think is in here.
No, because these are raid series.
So I think it's going to be similar to the Alexander one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Gonna be honest, don't know what any of this means. So
That's okay. We're actually not doing this one, because this one is not syncing it. This was an option that we had, was to everyone play level 100 and then just take off gear. But we have decided, we've decided otherwise to actually just sync us all to level 60.
Which is what it normally does whenever you queue up for anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we won't be doing that one. Yes. So, then, next up, we have item level. So, item level is different than normal level. Our current maximum item level, let me do a quick double check, should be somewhere around like 720, 730 ish area at the moment. This is a kind of an average look at it takes all of your item levels of all the gear that you have, and then it averages them out to a specific number. But, you know, some of your gear is going to be stronger than other gear. So, like, my paladin right now has, a level 750 sword, but then my gear, my armor is all level 710. So it averages me out to 719. Because it's an average.
Right.
This is very important because, one, you can't enter some trials and some raids if you are too low of item level, and two, obviously the higher the item level, the easier it'll be to clear a boss.
Right.
And then so we do have our one of our raid members who is a really good crafter, and he'll craft us a lot of the better gear so that we can have a higher item level when we're fighting these savage raids. Next up, we have your opener. Okay, so currently this is your opener. We're gonna move the microphone out of the way for a second.
Would you be able to send this to me?
Yes. This right here, I will copy the image. There's two openers. We're in the balance here. There's one in which you're opening with throwing your piercing talon, and then there's one where you're not opening with piercing talon.
Typically, if I'm further away, when I'm first entering any sort of battle, I've been doing the piercing talon, because that's my main long distance one. It's either that or I jump into them.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. So the I mean, it's actually like the first thing that they say on why you should use a piercing talon opener is just that usually you're not allowed to start from within melee range in a fight. So you start your GCTs with piercing talon, and we'll talk about GCTs in a second. But we're going to actually run this opener a few times. We're going to do the piercing talon one just to get you kind of used to it. What we will have to get used to is you're not going to have all of these buttons when we're actually playing, because most of your buttons are going to be gone because you're level
down.
Yeah, level 60.
Including my piercing talon, I'm pretty sure. I think that one doesn't come in till later.
Piercing talon you should have, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, you get piercing talon at 15. So, we're going to have you run this opener a few times. So we have a level 1 striking dummy here. The reason it's a level 1 is because if we have there's a level 101 up here a little bit. If we try to use the level 100 one, then if you aren't really good item level and stuff like that, there's a possibility that you just miss all of your hits and it won't actually proc some of your things.
Okay. So when you're saying I'm just doing my opener, you're just saying that I'm just hitting my piercing talon, that's it?
No, this entire line of abilities. Okay. The reason your opener is put together like this is because you have a few things that are important. First off is you are making this first line, this bottom line of the opener, is what is called your GCDs. These are global cooldowns. Every time you use one of these abilities, it sets your entire bar onto a cooldown other than your OGCDs or your off global cooldowns. So you're going to be doing a thing called weaving. So when you're weaving, you're going to use your first ability, True Thrust. You're going to use that. Then you're going to weave in using this thing of strength, which we don't have right now, so you're just not going to worry about that. Then you're going to use Spiral Blow, which I also believe you do not have. So you're going to skip that and go to Chaotic Spring. Or actually, sorry.
But I do have Chaotic Spring too. But would I not go into Lance Charge and Battle Litany because I'd technically be skipping Spiral Blow?
You want to... so Spiral Blow seems like it actually replaces Disembowel, which is this one here. So instead of using Spiral Blow, you will use Disembowel.
Okay. I'll just write that down. Are you sure?
Yes.
Which makes sense because that is one of the next combos.
Yeah, because Chaotic Spring is your 3, and of course you're not going to use your 1 and then your 3. You're going to have to use a 2. So you're actually okay. So you're going to go True Thrust. We're going to skip the Strength. Then you're going to go Disembowel, and after you've pressed the button for Disembowel and your whole bar has gone on cooldown, you're going to press Lance Charge and Battle Litany right after each other. This is going to be probably one of the hardest parts, is just getting that weaving in.
I typically am pretty good about doing that, but I typically am pretty good about doing Battle Litany, but typically I do it here where the grade 2 gem drought of strength is, because I didn't know that it goes later. And also, I never really understood why it goes later. The Lance Charge stuff. I just kind of did that off of cooldown. Yeah. Weaving it in, but I didn't know that it was called weaving before.
We'll talk about why we do it here after your second GCD as opposed to the first one in a second. So after you use these 3 abilities, you're going to go into your Chaotic Spring. That is your 3. And then you're going to throw your Gear Skuggle. Probably both charges, because I believe you have 2 charges of that. Yes.
Yeah. Would I do Stardiver right after that, or I guess not?
No.
Because that charges up Stardiver. Whenever you do your Gear Skuggle. I don't know how to say that.
No, Stardiver is coming later.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you're going to do Wheeling Thrust, which is your 4. That's the one that comes after Chaotic Spring. After Chaotic Thrust, you're going to use High Jump and Life Surge.
When it has Elusive Jump at the top, is that also a weave thing? And it's just whenever you start over the cycle?
No. I will... So you start with Elusive Jump. This right here says -15. That's -15 seconds before the pull. So when me, the tank, is going to pull, I'm going to start a timer here for 16 to 18 seconds. And then...
Oh, my bad.
There we go. So we're going to start a timer for 16 to 18 seconds. And at pretty much as soon as I start it, you will use Elusive Jump.
So does it only pop up in the middle here?
Mm-hmm. And then right now you would use your...
But what if I'm already farther away? Then you just skip it?
No. So the point is not to get you farther away. It's to get the Piercing Talent buff.
I see.
Yes.
But what if that puts me too far away to use Piercing?
Then you run closer.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to make sure that you're in range of Piercing Talon, but not until, of course, less than 1 second before the pull.
And
So,
it does not.
Yeah. You'll actually just use Gear Skuggle after Chaotic Spring. Then after you use your Wheeling Thrust, you're going to do Drake's Bane, which I believe is the thing that replaces your 4. So, after you use Drake's Bane, you're going to do your Dragonfire Dive and your Nestron, sorry. So that's when you'll pop that ability after Gear Skuggle.
Life Surge. Do I use both things of Life Surge or just one? After High Jump.
Just one.
Not sure I see where Raiden Thrust is.
Raiden Thrust, I believe, is what your 1 turned into after you used your...
So, you said which one turns into it?
I believe your 1 turned into Raiden Thrust.
So my 1 is my True Thrust.
Yeah, True Thrust turns into Raiden Thrust.
And that just is after I press it?
After you press Drake's Bane.
So after Drake's Bane, which is my 4, then my 1...
Your 1
turns into it. Okay. So then, next is my Stardiver, which is what highlights after my Gear Skuggle.
Yes.
Which would make sense of why I would do this one after Nestron, because they're all kind of connected. And then Lance Barrage, I don't think I have.
Yes, you do not have Lance Barrage yet.
But is there an ability that turns into Lance Barrage?
No.
Like, it
Oh,
upgrades?
yes. Vorpal Thrust, that's your 2.
Oh. So I'm just gonna... Vorpal... So why would I go to 2 instead of pressing... Oh, I guess I do press my 1.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have Starcross?
Is something turn into that, like upgrade into it?
No.
So I just skip that one entirely. Do
Yep.
you recommend me taking and putting something else in there in the meantime?
No. You'll just skip Starcross and press Life Surge instead.
And that's my second charge of Life Surge.
Yes.
So,
So then you'll use Heaven's Thrust, which I do believe, yep, that's your 3.
I do have Heaven's Thrust.
Yes, you do.
And then I do have Rise of the Dragoon, I'm pretty sure.
You do, yes.
And
I don't know where that is, though.
I'm not sure. Mirage Dive is the high jump
Yeah.
follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's on my Shift 3, I believe. Or Shift E. And then what is Fang and Claw? That one is the
That's
thing.
your 4.
Okay, that's my 4 before it turns into
Drakesbane.
In Drakesbane.
Yep.
Okay. And then Drakesbane's
Now you're
before-
Shift 3.
Oh, my Shift 3, I see. I get that. Okay. And then Radiant Thrust again, which is
Your 1.
my 1.
And then Wormwind Thrust, you do have.
Okay, so let me. Yeah, that one's my Shift 4.
So, now, we're going to just kind of run through it a couple times. I will start the countdown.
Hold on. I'm not ready.
You're good.
I'm trying to set up everything.
Just let me know when you're ready.
This is kind of in the way of my view. There we go. Now, I'm not going to worry about positioning right now because of the fact that it's a striking dummy and I can't get behind it.
Fair? Actually, you can't get behind it.
What?
You can get behind it.
I just said I can't.
You
Oh.
can.
Okay, well, I'm still not going to worry about it too much because that's
Yeah, which is okay.
difficult. We'll worry about that whenever I actually go against real
Yep.
things. Okay.
Ready?
Whenever you are.
Countdown's starting. Is it not going to give us a 15-second?
It is. Oh, no.
It's not. Okay. That's okay. Let me start another one. We'll have to count 1, 2, 3 as soon as I press start. Ready?
Okay.
Alright. Starting. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait, that was the wrong button. Then I do this.
Yep.
Okay. Then I do my 1. Oh, do I just keep going?
No, we'll have to start it, stop or restart it,
Wait.
because we're trying to
No,
time everything.
Yeah, but I guess I'm a little confused. Once I do my 15, my elusive jump at -15,
Mm-hmm.
and then we do the piercing talon, I do that right afterwards?
No, you're gonna do piercing talon at -1 or 0.85 seconds.
How do I know when it's -0.85?
It does do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on your screen. So as soon as it shows 1, you'll press the button.
But that doesn't tell me -0.85.
It doesn't say -0.85, but it says 1, and then once you see the 1 go away, you press your button.
Okay, but then after that, I just press all of these, like, as soon as I can just keep going. I don't have to
Yep.
time everything.
Yep.
Okay, good. Because I was like,
I mean, it times itself. It should, or at least it should time itself.
okay, all right, okay.
Okay.
That's when you're ready.
All right. Is your
So-
elusive jump up?
Yeah, it is. It's just my 5. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, starting.
3, 2, 1.
Ready?
Whenever you are.
Okay. 3.
Go back in here.
This time we will skip over the pre-pull. So your elusive jump into piercing talon.
Okay.
We'll just start with the 1, 2, 3 stuff.
Okay. Okay, but you scooched it over again.
Yeah.
Just right there. Oh, I know why. That doesn't say that doesn't say shift 1 on it. That's fine. It just says disembowel.
I see.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
Right.
Ready, set,
Go. That's your 1.
Then I have my shift Q.
1. Nope.
I have shift what?
Shift 1 first.
No.
That's your 1.
Oh.
You have me move it to the side.
Okay, wait. Now I decided to move it back.
You can.
Let me get to a point where I can at least do the first part.
Okay.
Jeez. This is so...
So, okay, then let's
Much
focus
stuff to
everything
remember.
before the Raiden thrust.
Can you reset the M&A, please? Because I'm trying to and it's not working. Okay. Alright. Well...
So we're going to focus 1 through Drakesbane, your Nistron, actually.
Okay.
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 Ready? Pulling.
What?
I just...
You didn't do your timer thingy.
No, you don't have to worry about pre-pull stuff.
Oh.
Just go.
Okay. 1. Shift 1. Then shift Q. And C. And then shift... Was
2.
that 2?
Mm-hmm.
Control R. And shift 3. Then E. And then Q. And then 4. And F. Control R. 1. Control E. 2, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Q. 3. F. Shift E. 4. Shift 3. 1. Shift 4. And then it starts over?
Mm-hmm. Not really. You'll go to a rotation, so you'll probably just do a 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, everyone. I just wanted to pop in here real quick and just tell y'all that I accidentally forgot to swap my scene over when I was recording this, so y'all are just going to be seeing pretty much the landscape of the room that we were just hitting the striking dummy in for, the next like 10, 20 minutes. And while I'm popping in here, I wanted to let y'all know that since I missed last week's Teaching Tuesday, I'm actually going to be doing 2 of them this week. So this video is going up, and then as soon as this video is done, I am going to be streaming my first Teaching Tuesday that's on stream with my girlfriend still, and we're going to be playing some TFT and learning some of the TFT things. So if you enjoyed this and you want to still check some more stuff out, please come hop over to the stream and maybe you'll get to see some cool things. Anyway, adios. Thank you. Okay, so every class has a important thing called a 2-minute burst. So all of our cooldowns, or at least most of our cooldowns, are on a 30-second, 60-second, or a 120-second cooldown.
Right.
So, specifically your battle litany, I believe, is on a 2-minute cooldown.
It's 120.
Yeah, my fight or flight is on 60, and so is my Requiescat. But, so that means that we will have someone in the party who will say for everyone to use their 2-minute burst. The reason we want that to be on the same schedule is because all of our 2-minute cooldowns are party buffs, usually.
Right, and you've already talked about how I need to be using that pretty much off of cooldown and using it as soon as possible. So I've been doing that, been
Yes,
watching.
but we're going to change it a little bit. It's not going to be off of cooldown. It's going to be on the same timer as everyone else, so when we're told.
I'm assuming that Ken is going to be...
No. I believe it's
mentioning-
going to be Caitlin.
Caitlin's going to say, hey,
Yes.
first.
Because her big thing, she is the astrologian, so her 2-minute burst is all card based, and
Okay.
she has to give you the cards, and that's going to give you a damage buff.
Okay, so I don't really think about that, except I just have to do it when they say to do it.
Yeah. So what I like to do, I don't know if this is how it happens on Dragoon, but on Paladin, whenever I hit a 2-minute burst timing, that's where I will pretty much just restart my opener, but move my big cooldown. So like Battle Litany, I would move up to the beginning.
Which is what I normally do. That's like after I would do my Piercing Talon, I would press Battle Litany and I would press my F, which is my Dragonfire, which now I know is not necessarily something I need to do.
Yeah.
But I would press my Battle Litany first because that's my only thing. But if we're starting later on, I don't have Battle Litany very early. So which one is Thornton at? What level is Thornton at? 60?
Thornton's at 60, yeah.
Okay, so I will have Battle Litany. I was going to say, that's something that I don't get until way later.
Yeah, and then, so the other thing is we will break up into light parties. This is important because there are some abilities that there are some mechanics that the boss will use that will specify 2 members of the group. So sometimes it's like both tanks, sometimes it's both healers, sometimes it's, 2 DPS or something like that. And so if it targets 2 people, we'll break up into our light parties. So you'll be assigned to a light party at the beginning of the fight. So it'll be like me and Ken will be on different light parties. Both of the healers will be on separate ones.
Well, that makes sense because a lot of times they'll have the thing that drops on you, but you need people.
Yeah, like a gather.
Yeah.
And so instead of stacking the entire party together, we'll break up into our 2 light parties, which will already be assigned at the beginning. And
I'm assuming DPS. So Frankie and I will be on different light parties.
yes, each light party will have a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS. We'll try and break up any of the double classes. So
Right.
both tanks will be broken up, both healers will be broken up, both melee DPS will be broken up.
Got it.
So that's just something you're gonna have to keep in mind. You're gonna have to be able to tell which group you're going to, because of course.
Well, if I'm told ahead of time, then I
Yeah.
just have to look for one of the maybe the tank that I'm with and just go into that one.
Yeah. So
Now, if that tank goes into the wrong group, then we're all SOL, I guess.
if me and Ken mess up, then
Then I can blame you.
you can blame us because we should not be messing up.